Decluttering often goes hand in hand with minimalism. In the last few years, I've downsized my luxury collection by about 40 to 50%. So for the most part, I'm generally quite a decisive person when it comes to decluttering the pieces I don't use. But that is not to say I don't have my struggles, because I do sometimes find it hard to part with certain pieces. The first one is my Chanel Classic Double Flap in the size small. This is in the black caviar leather and with gold hardware. Now, a lot of people say Chanel Classic flaps are getting a little bit too common, and so they are losing their novelty. This might be true in some ways, but I still think Chanel Classic flaps are really beautiful and versatile. So even though I've not been using this bag much, I've never really thought about selling it. I think part of me feels like the Chanel Classic flap is a very safe bag to keep in my bag collection, because I know even in 10 or 20 years time, it won't look dated. Another reason I'm really inclined to keep this bag is because of Chanel's very aggressive and consistent price increases in the recent years. So I bought this bag in 2012 at £2,500, and at the moment this very same bag costs about £6,500 in the Chanel stores. So in a way, I'm also keeping this bag with a sense of curiosity, because I'm really interested to know how much this bag will actually cost in a few years' time. If you also have a Chanel Classic flap in your bag collection, please let me know if you share the same sentiment. The next one is my Hermes Kelly 28, and this is in the black Togo leather and with gold hardware. If you've been watching me for a while, you know I had been seriously considering about letting this bag go. In fact, a few months ago, I was so close to actually selling it. So to give you guys a bit of background story, I only wanted to sell this bag within the UK, just to make everything a bit more straightforward. Then a nice lady got in touch and we started exchanging emails, and this went on for weeks. By the time she was ready to go ahead, I started doubting myself if I was actually ready to sell this bag. The thing is, I knew, and I still know, I don't use this bag much, but I just had this very uneasy feeling when it was actually time to let go. Like, I really wondered if I was doing the right thing. So I gathered I should just give myself a bit more time. Now, it goes without saying, an Hermes Kelly bag doesn't come without a purchase history. So I guess that in a way is holding me back. Another part of me also feels like I should anticipate some changes in my life and allow some flexibility. At the moment, I do prefer smaller handbags because I don't carry much, but that might change. I feel like in a few years' time, I might appreciate having more variety in my bag collection rather than just mini everything. I also haven't been wearing these Hermes earrings much, so these are the Hermes Chain d'Ancre earrings in rose gold. Now, there's nothing wrong with these earrings. In fact, I used to wear them a lot when I traveled because they do look quite low-key. That said, I guess if you're into Hermes, you can probably spot them straight away, but otherwise they do look quite simple for me. Anyway, when it comes to jewelry, I have a soft spot for earrings, so I do have a small collection that I really enjoy wearing. In the last 2 years, these Hermes earrings haven't been getting a lot of attention from me, but that's not because I like them less than I did. It's just that I enjoy my other earring pieces a lot more, if that makes sense. Regardless, I've not actually thought about selling these Hermes earrings because I do enjoy Hermes rose gold, and I think these earrings go quite well with my wardrobe. Now, things might change, but for now, I'm quite happy to reserve a place for these Hermes earrings in my jewelry collection. Moving on, I also don't wear this Tiffany & Co diamond ring much, so this is a full eternity diamond ring in platinum. My husband bought me this ring as a wedding anniversary gift about 5 years ago. This is so sparkly and absolutely beautiful. At one point, I did try to wear this ring on a daily basis, but it just wasn't happening. Again, this is a full eternity ring, so there's quite a bit of thickness to it, seeing the diamonds circle the whole ring. And I'm just quite aware of it, especially when my fingers are busy. Obviously, we all live different lives, but I personally have a lot of housework to attend to every day on top of a day job, and this ring just feels a little bit in the way. A while ago, I did approach a few consignment services just to get an idea about the resale price of this diamond ring. And if you're wondering, it was only about 25% of the retail price. This is not uncommon though. In my experience, selling fine jewelry pieces is a lot harder than selling designer handbags, especially with jewelry pieces which are quite size dependent, such as rings or bracelets. Quite often, the offer is also not great, even for luxury brands which are fairly mainstream, such as Cartier, Van Cleef Arpels, and Tiffany & Co. Now, if I could turn back time, would I buy this ring again? Probably not. But seeing I already have this ring in my collection, the only thing I can do now is to be sensible with my selling decisions. As for now, I've decided to keep this ring for a bit longer and maybe reassess the situation later. I also want to say I don't think we need to restrict ourselves to branded diamonds, unless if you are a jewelry expert and you are very knowledgeable about things like clarity and colors. I personally can't tell the difference, but let me know if you agree with me on this. The next one is my Van Cleef & Arpels vintage Alhambra bracelet in rose gold. This has always been one of my least used jewelry pieces. I tend to reserve this bracelet for very special occasions such as weddings and dinner functions, which are both very rare occasions in my life. For some reason, I tend to prefer wearing bangles, which is why I always wear my Hermes CDC bracelet in rose gold. Nevertheless, I somehow feel like I should keep this bracelet in my jewelry collection because my preferences might change. It's just like how I never used to like wearing my Rolex Datejust 31, but now I love it. Another reason I'm kind of holding myself back from selling this bracelet is that it has been altered to fit my wrist perfectly, so it's not its original full length anymore. The adjustment was done by Van Cleef and I'm really happy with the way it has turned out. But they basically just cut the links of the chain and welded the rest back together. They did give me the pieces back, so I guess the option is still there if I ever want to extend the bracelet again. But I am conscious of the fact that it has been personalized, so selling it might not be as straightforward. Anyway, I'm quite happy to keep this bracelet in my collection, but I don't think I'll be adding any more Van Cleef Alhambra bracelets to my collection. In the last 2 years, I've also not been using this Louis Vuitton coin purse much. This is from the 2016 Christmas edition. I want to start off by saying this is actually an amazing coin purse. I've always said this makes the perfect coin purse because it's so thin and it's really easy to get in and out. The only reason I've not been using this is because I've been mostly paying with my phone or my card. So this coin purse has been sitting in my closet, but I'm not ready to say goodbye yet, especially because Louis Vuitton has discontinued the round coin purses. They are still available in the sense that they come with certain handbags, such as the Louis Vuitton multi-pochette accessoire, but you can't get one on its own now. Sometimes I feel like I'm being silly for not wanting to sell this coin purse because I can't see myself using this for anything else other than storing coins. But other times I'll tell myself, Well, I can use it when I travel to countries where cash payment is still common. But the truth is, I've not been traveling much either. Now, I'm not usually like this, but in this occasion, I feel inclined to follow my heart rather than listen to my head. So those are the luxury items I'm not planning to declutter anytime soon, even though I don't use them all that much. Now, the reason for making this video is because I want to be transparent with you guys that I'm not the perfect luxury minimalist. Even though my luxury collection is a lot smaller than it used to be, I still have my struggles and hesitations when it comes to downsizing. But I guess a bit of flexibility never hurts anyone. Please let me know if you agree with my decisions to keep these pieces. I really look forward to the conversations in the comment section. That's it from me. I will see you next week.